Hi there, my name is John Wilker. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. And I know you don't know me. I don't know you at this point, but hopefully I will. But regardless, I've had a business here in Birmingham for the last 22 years that's really changed my life. It's been a simple business. And before I go any further, this has nothing to do with the computer or the internet or Amazon or drop shipping or MLM, nothing like that. This is a simple business that I've been doing here in Birmingham for, like I said, 22 years. And by happenstance, I now teach people how to do it, okay? But by happenstance, for the longest, I kept this under my hat. And a friend of mine came over a couple years back, and he rode around with me doing this business. He didn't even know I did it, but at that point in that day. But then he saw it, and he looked at me after I was done. He went, "This is brilliant. Will you teach me how to do it?" And a little light bulb went off over my head, and I said, well, I should teach a lot of people how to do this. This has really fueled my whole life for the last 22 years, and simplified it. Where one, I do it solo. I work about 10, 12 hours a week. I don't have any overhead like warehouses or any, lease. Nothing, none of that comes into play. No workman comp. None of the headaches you have with a normal business. Okay. So, and on top of it, I get 95% of my product for free. I don't even have to store it. And I have reoccurring revenue, multiple streams of it, week after week after week. So the customers, a lot of the customers I got back in 1998, I still have to this day, right? My suppliers that I have with this business, I still have to this day. So I don't want to be too cryptic. And let me roll back here and kind of give you an idea of what's going on, so you can ask yourself, hey, is this something I can do? Because this is for the everyday man. Somebody wants to simplify their life, whether they're a truck driver or a financial planner or a teacher or a nurse or real estate, whatever, or a computer, somebody doing marketing on a computer or something where they're stuck in front of a computer all day. This is going to get you out of the house. And there's also a passive income model as far as this is concerned as well. So as you're watching this, ask yourself, is this something I could possibly do? I know you can, but is it attract you? Okay? So let's go start from the beginning. There's tons of businesses in America that every day, truckload after truckload after truckload of inventory is coming into their business. And they take that inventory and they shelve it, and they're shipping it out by FedEx, they're shipping it out the hand truck, this, that, and the other. And so they're getting that inventory in. Those are my suppliers, and I'll get to it in a second. And then there's a whole other half of businesses out there that need to ship their stuff out day after day after day. Truckload after truckload after truckload of their inventory going out, and they never see it again. Well, there's a common denominator between these two businesses. And it's the one thing that touches 85% of all commerce, and it's absolutely massive, but it's not sexy. It's called a wooden pallet. The things they use to move around warehouses of heavy stuff or boxes or whatever. It's how everything is shipped in the country. So just to give you a better idea, there's 2 billion of them in the United States circulating at any given time. That's a lot of pallets. On top of it, I've heard two different figures. 60% of all lumber is either used to build pallets or to repair pallets. 60% of all lumber in the United States is used to either build pallets or repair pallets. That's massive. Okay? That's the kind of huge niche that people just overlook. And think about it. Everything in your house behind you, in this room or where you are, this desk, the fan, the wallboard the house was built with, the roof, the lamps, the keyboards over there, the chair, everything is moved on these pallets, and including crates and drums and dunnage and all this other stuff that comes into play as well for multiple revenue streams. So let's back up. Here's what I do. And here's what I want to see It's something you could see yourself doing. So I wake up early. I'm 55. I drive to my truck, which I keep at my customers. And you don't even need a truck to do this. You can get one. You can rent one. You can partner with somebody who has one. You can get a trailer. You can stack up several orders in a morning and rent a truck and have plenty of money left over for the rental. Or, and I'm not talking about a CDL truck or semi truck. I'm just talking about a little, 14-foot, 15-foot flatbed. Okay. Or there's brokering as well, where there's passive income if you want to work just with passive income, where you're the middleman. You don't even need a truck. So let's get that out of the way. Second thing I want to get out of the way before I go further, I don't lift any of this stuff. So I get up 6:30, whatever, head out, go to my truck. I drive a block and a half to my first supplier of pallets. Pull in. Forklift driver comes out, loads my truck with 120 pallets. They gave them to me for free. For free. I get 95% of my pallets for free. Because they don't know what to do with them. Every day they're coming in and in and in, and they want it off their plate. They don't want to have to come in on the weekend and take them to the dump and pay their guys overtime and miss the football game. It's just a pain in the butt for them as far as supply goes. So I am a service to the supplier, and they are my warehouse. I don't need one. They warehouse it for me. Picking it up takes about 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes to have your truck loaded, strapped down, and pull out. Pull out. And the way cities are constructed, these types of businesses that we're dealing with are clustered together. So I'm only going out the parking lot to the stop sign, take a left, go to the next side, stop sign, take a right, go a couple hundred yards, pull into my buyer. And the buyer, forklift driver, comes out, unloads my truck. So let's do the math here. 120 pallets, $6 a piece. Got them for free. 30 minutes, 35 minutes from pickup to delivery. I pulled in $720. So then I go back. In a couple of places, my supplier is loading like corrugated boxes onto my truck, and then I'm going to the next place and selling those for $5, $4 a piece, or whatever. So buyers are sometimes suppliers for free other items as well. So I teach you how to do this the right way. And it's not just one style pallet. It's a multitude of different styles. So you may have seen like these scavengers that, for lack of a better word, they don't have any business sense. They haven't bathed. They're not very business-like. And that's my competition on one end. And then you have these pallet yards on the other end. I have 11 pallet yards in the city of Birmingham. And it doesn't matter because they're trying to go for Fortune 500 companies and businesses ordering 1,000 a week or something like that. And heck, I could broker that stuff with them and still make a cut. But regardless, if I'm a small business, and I call up the pallet yard and I say I need 150 pallets, well, they're going to say we have a minimum order of 500. Ouch. For medium, small business, regional business, that's a hit. As far as, one, I ain't got room for it. Two, they're going to be charging a premium price because of all their overhead, right? And because the pallet yard's got buildings and salespeople and nail guns and forklifts and big trucks and you name it. So they got to charge a premium price. So that business owner on top of it has to pay that premium price on more than he even needs. And then, the cherry on top, Mr. Business Owner, we charge $120 for a delivery fee. Not a good situation for him. So on the other side, we got the supplier. Supplier, every day, truckload after truckload after truckload coming in. We have the byproduct of the pallets, also the crates and the drums, and there's stuff called dunnage, which are 4x4 by 8-foot pieces of lumber that need to get rid of, and wire spools, industrial bags, Gaylord boxes, you name it. There's all different stuff that comes into play. They need it gone. It's a byproduct. They don't need it anymore. They don't want to have to pay the dump fees. They don't want to fill up their dumpsters. But these scavengers that you see, well, they're going after one style pallet. When you go up to a supplier, a lot of times they have a lot of different styles. And they need a guy who needs to know how to get rid of all of them. And that's us. And the only reason I know this is because I've been doing it for 22 years. And I want to teach you how to become that guy so you can become exclusive for that supply, for that money, and stacks of money basically sitting on their property, waiting for you to move on a consistent, reliable basis and taking them to the buyers. So we don't trade time for money, we trade units for money, and I want to teach you how to do it in a quick fashion. And then it's recurring revenue week after week after week. So the way you go about this, to start with, I'll teach you how in the training that I put together. You know, I out in the field training, everything I see, everything I say, you go where I tell you to go and set this up the right way, because we want to be a win-win-win. Win for the supplier, win for the buyer, win for you. Now, this isn't sexy, but ever since I discovered it, since 1998, and I found out that you can get this stuff for free by the hundreds and thousands, I figured it out. I had to. And it took me a while to get it right and how to serve these businesses in the right way. The part that I'm referring to is once the deal's set up. And I need to teach you how to set this deal up. Exclusivity for that supply, and to serve that buyer in a way where you're actually consulting them and separating yourself from the competition. So you'll have these businesses ordering week after week for decades. It doesn't matter who your competition is, because you solve more problems than the other guys have. And I know how to teach you how to do that. And it's my job, my mission to teach you how to do this in the right way. So I've created a course, and I want you to do, at this point, more diligence. Don't take my word for it. In fact, you need to click the link below, and I can show you kind of firsthand of what's going on so you can see for yourself what I'm talking about. All right? So I'm going to keep it at that for right now. 2 billion pallets. 65% of all lumber in the United States used for building pallets. 85% of all commerce is touched by pallets and moved by pallets. And it's not going to change. They have not created the anti-gravity machine, and they have not created Star Trek yet, where they beam your inventory from one place to the other. So it's the lowly wooden pallet that touches everything. It's the one common denominator throughout society. And it's so invisible that nobody sees it. Not anybody with any game that knows what they're doing. We don't have to dominate the whole city or anything like that. We're going after a huge amount of businesses that are available to us. We don't need many of them to make this work. So, yesterday I did 3 loads of pallets yesterday morning. Each of them around 100 to 120 each. Took me 2.5 hours. I work only 10 to 12 hours a week. And yesterday was 1,700 and change. So do that, do the math. Anyway, that's enough for now. And I just want you to, if you can see yourself doing this, check out further and just investigate. If it's not for you, no big deal. But I do want to share it, and my mission is to teach as many people how to do this and give their life some freedom. Money freedom, time freedom, so you have time to do what you want to do. Get your work day done early if you choose. And have enough money to don't feel like you're cheating. I feel like I've cheated the system for 22 years, and I want to put you in that position as well. Again, I'm just some guy from Birmingham, Alabama. You don't know me, I don't know you. But at this point, if this attracts you, do your due diligence, and we'll go from there. Thanks for spending time with me, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks.